Hello everybody, welcome or welcome back. My name's Mamiya and we are checking out a new game today. Well, I say new game, we checked out the demo. It is Lootbound. Basically, the game is an RPG roguelike inventory management sort of game where you get different pieces of equipment that synergize with each other, and yeah, you basically fight through enemies until you get to a boss. It is pretty damn good and an interesting take on the inventory management simulator. So if you like those kind of games, then do stick around. There's a lot of good stuff to get into. But yeah, I have played a little bit. Like I say, I've played the demo and I've got a bit of meta progression. I just wanted to make sure that I could consistently enough do the first stage so I can make some decent content for you guys. But let's see. I think we'll just get straight stuck into it. So I've just unlocked some new dice. Let's see, merchant's dice. 2 times 2 times 2 and win. We'll try those out, and we're going to stay with the base difficulty at the moment. Monster health, armor, and damage are unchanged. So this run is going to be sort of like an introductory run. I'll be going through everything, so you can understand what you're seeing on the screen and basically what's going on. But yeah, let's go through. The warrior is going to be our starting class. A mighty warrior carving a path through enemy ranks. They have a basic attack called Tread. Second wind restores 10 mana. Oh, that's been buffed since I last played. When I last played, it was 5 mana restoring to self. Do you know what? I might actually just reduce the volume down by a tick. Struggling to think there. And Furious Defense restores armor and applies fury to the target. Order bonus is doubled. So armor does what it says on the tin. Basically, it's extra health. Enemies can hit your health through armor with acid damage, so you need to watch out for that. It's not like purely extra health, but you can think of it as an extra health bar. And then Fury increases your damage on attacks, any attack I believe it is, by whatever the stack is of Fury. Say you got 100 Fury, you're going to be dealing 100 more damage with each attack. Order is a stat, like health, dex, strength, that kind of thing, but your order stat determines the amount of armor and fury you apply. With all that being said, let's get into a run. I may be changing around my camera based on positioning. Right, at the moment you can see everything. So this is your map screen. Pretty much standard roguelike shenanigans going on here. Different nodes do different things. I will come to the nodes as we reach them on the path, just to speed things along a bit. Top left corner here, this will be where your party is shown. At the moment, we only have the warrior. He has 700 max HP and 60 starting mana. This is your equipment. So your storage is where you keep your items that aren't equipped, and then equipment is where you keep your items that are equipped and change your stats. These are all the stats here. Got attack power, defense power, health, mana, armor, slash damage. Slash damage is one of the different types of damage. So there's slash and crush damage. Slash damage deals double damage to health, and crush damage deals double damage to armor. So you do want to be wary of that. If you're missing out on, like, say you have a lot of slash damage but not a lot of crush, it may be difficult for you to get through some enemies' huge stacks of armor, so you want to compensate in some way. Dodge just is the chance of dodging an attack, crit chance and crit damage, everyone knows what that is, and thorns as well. Thorns is a big part of this game. You will be getting a lot of thorns. A lot of items give you thorns. That just means when an enemy hits you, they take damage equal to your thorns back to them. Initiative, it affects your turn order, and then order is what I said here, increases the effectiveness of blessings, healing, and armor. Alright, let's get into our first combat. So this isn't just a regular enemy. Here we go. Right, I'm not blocking anything here, am I? I don't think so. I will eventually be blocking things, but let's have a look at this guy. We've got... Oh, do you know what? The game is actually still a little bit too loud for my liking. How... Oh, yeah. Maybe we reduce the volume of these. Let's see what happens there. Okay. That's more manageable. Right, we have a Thrasher. They have attack power 80, so that means they're going to deal 80 damage to us, and they have the unique ability, Swift Attack, attacks the character with the highest defensive power, and applies speed to all allies. And we crit, so we just one-shot that guy. Right. This is the screen you see after you beat a stage. You have your loot on the left, your storage in the middle, and then your equipped items on the right. Different tabs here will be when you get new party members. So you can switch between them and drag and drop stuff in. At the moment, So, I will be going through every item and sort of explaining my reasons behind taking it in this first run. But if you guys like Lootbound, then I will be making more videos, and I won't be spending quite as much time, you know, methodically going through everything. But we have the Carapace of the Beggar here that gives us 60 armor and 5 order. That is pretty good for our character. Armor and order are pretty good stats. Hood of the Seeker gives us 4 mana and 3% dodge. And then we got Flute of Rhythm that just gives order. Let's take the Carapace. Ooh. Do you know what? I'm just going to sort my chair out, guys. I'll be 1 second. I think we are back, folks. Yeah. Just wanted a little bit more back support. It was... my chair was... the back of it leaning back a bit too much. Alright. So, we have our first choice. We can either go training or a chest. So, they both will give us 3 options. A common, an uncommon, and a rare reward. Which you have to roll dice. Depending on which one you pick, there'll be a higher or lower number. Training here is passive. And chest is always gear. Let's go for a bit of gear. Okay, so we have the Tempered Helmet. Gives us 140 armor, minus 3% dodge, and minus 18 initiative. Helmet of the Thorned Vein gives us 40 armor and 10 thorns, and it has an aura. If there's plate armor around it, those pieces of gear will gain plus 6 thorns. And finally, we have Cuirass of the Molten Forge, giving us 75 health and 60 armor, and if there's helmets above it, as you can see here, so it's got to be there, and then anything in the 2 slots directly above it, it'll give those helmets 36 thorns. So that's 6 thorns, that's 36 thorns. But this only activates if placed near the bottom edge of the inventory, so placement matters. Let's try and get it. Let's go for a legendary. We got a new die as well, so ooh, let's do an extra roll. We just win. Okay, nice. We have a legendary, and let's stick that on the bottom. We don't have any helmets yet, but since we have that, we should prioritize getting a helmet. Now, this guy is going to deal 30 damage to us. He has Furious Attack, attacks the character with the highest defense, and applies Fury to self. But we one-shot him. That is a hood, not a helmet. So it does not activate. 3% dodge and 9 vampirism or 25 health and 4 chaos. I think the vampirism is worth it. So vampirism restores health when dealing damage. So every time we hit an enemy, we'll be healing for 9 health there. It's okay. Right, we get our first ability. Combat Readiness applies Fury to the target. Order bonus is tripled. It has a single target and costs 9 mana. Hack and Slash is also a single target spell but costs 11 mana and deals double slash damage to the target. Are we going to be going tanky or damage? Well, with that piece of armor that we got, it is making me think we want to go tanky because it's giving a lot of thorns. So if we, usually with armor as well, especially with the warrior, they'll have an order bonus or order stat on that piece of armor. So having the order bonus tripled here is really good, and Fury helps other people deal more damage. You can of course target yourself with it, so it's just a decent buff overall. Right, we got the Fury guy again, Furious Attack, 30 damage, and we got Firelighter here who's trying to deal 70 damage to us. Attacks a random character, deals acid damage, ignoring enemy armor. So this is what I was talking about earlier, where some enemies will just straight up ignore your armor. So it's always good to have a little bit of healing, even if you're going for an armor build. Do you know what? I need to turn down the music again. It's nice music, but this guy's going to avoid our armor, so I don't really want to take health damage. We'll take him out first. These first fights, you pretty much just always one-shot enemies. It's basically just getting free gear. We have the Dark Staff doing acid damage, 6% dodge and 4 chaos, or Cane of the Minor Shaman giving 5 acid damage and 4 chaos. I like the dodge on this, so let's get it. Now we've got a decision to make. Do we want a passive? Passive lets us go to a deity. Now these things make you sacrifice your mana of all party members and you get a legendary jewelry item. So I think it's worth going this way. Let's go for some training first though. 10% crit chance, 20 mana or 5% crit damage. For a difficulty class 6, I think 10% crit chance is huge. And we just succeeded. Up to 35% base crit chance. Damn. And we can either go for the Witch or the Bard here. These are new party members. So the Witch is an insidious sorceress who unleashes curses and pestilence on all who stand in her way. She has the active ability Hand of Pain, has a single target, costs no mana. Wait, hang on, this isn't her active, this is her basic attack, sorry. Attacks the target with the lowest health and applies Corruption to the target. So Corruption is the opposite of Fury. Corruption on an enemy makes them take more damage equal to the amount of corruption on them. So say an enemy had 80 corruption, every hit on that enemy will deal 80 more damage. We also have the Bard, who has the basic attack Cord of Healing. Has a single target, costs no mana, attacks target with the lowest health and restores health to a random ally. Since we're going for a defensive Thornsy build with our main dude, I think we probably want to pick up the Witch here. And I have unlocked the Chaos Crash with her. This requires you to beat the game with her as a companion, the first difficulty. So we're just going to go for the baseline stuff today, I think, just to give you a rough idea of if you were to pick up this game, how it would look and give you some tips and tricks along the way. Entropy Arrow, single target. This is her active ability, by the way. It costs 6 mana, deals bonus acid damage to target based on chaos. So this goes directly through armor, and it also applies corruption, which makes enemies take more damage. So it's a damage dealing debuff spell. Really, really strong. Let's go to a next combat. And what do we got? We got a Firelighter. That guy deals acid damage. We got Cleave Master, who is applying Fury, and in the back we got the Wall Dragger, who's got 110 attack power, attacks the character with the highest defensive power, and grants armor to all allies. I think we just take out the acid guy first. We should be getting bonked by both of these guys, but we have enough armor. Do you know what? This is like the third fight, and I completely forgot to explain what's going on the screen. Also, I should probably move myself. I think that's worked out. Yep. Right. So, we're so late on, but this is what's going on the screen. Initiative is on the left. So, as you can see, our warrior goes first. Then the Cleave Master. Then the Witch. Then the Wall Dragger. And in the second round, in the bottom here, the red orb is your health, and the shield icon is your armor. So we have 130 armor and 775 health. Below that is our mana. We got 60 mana. These two slots are consumables. We've not found any yet. And then along the bottom here are our active abilities. So we got basic attack, second wind to restore mana, furious defense to give us armor, and then combat readiness to apply fury to a target. And then we have the witch over here, who has 400 max HP, 55 mana, and then her 2 different abilities. Alright. I think we just go for the kill on that guy. If you can get a kill, I would say you probably should go for it. It's better to have less enemies on the field than to weaken down multiple enemies at a time. Okay, what do we got here? Knife of the Thief gives 32 slash damage, 4% crit chance, plus 18 initiative, but minus 25 order. We have the Berated Sickle Blade, gives minus 80 armor, 48 slash damage, and 8% crit damage. Or we got Flute of Rhythm for 10 order. These are both universal, so I'm actually tempted to put them on the Witch, because we want to keep our order. She doesn't have any armor at the moment. Let's take this. Gives us some slash damage and crit damage. Alright. Let's accept these. This is sacrificing mana, and we get a Divine Ring, Signet of the Conjurer. If we got weapons around it, each of those weapons gives us plus 4 mana, minus 60 armor, 18 order, and 12 chaos. That sounds like a witch weapon to me, or ring. And we get our first consumables here. We can take Healing Potion that restores 300 health, Bomb of the Dungeon that deals 600 damage, and Weak Hand Powder of the Dungeon, lowers damage by 20 and reduces fortitude by 100. I think we'll just take a health potion, because we don't actually have a healer yet. Let's go to our next fight. Alright, we got big boys now. Rock Thrower deals crush damage. Shield Bearer applies thorns. Both of these are attacking... Oh no, Rock Thrower attacks a random character. This guy attacks character with the highest defense, and then this guy grants armor to all allies and attacks character with the highest defense. Let's do some blocking, and we have Fury. Fury increases damage by 290. So we'll be dealing 290 more damage per hit. We can one-shot the guy in the back. We'll let the witch take out the wall dragger, I think. Okay, our thorns ended up taking out the wall dragger in the end. And we have more armor. No helms yet, which is a little bit frustrating because we're not getting those thorns. 20 armor and plus 4 fortitude and 10 order. I do like that. 60 armor and 5 order. I think I'd rather take the lower armor and get more order and fortitude. Fortitude as a stat absorbs a portion of each type of coming damage. Yeah. 4 fortitude. Okay, so we have a choice here. We got 2 elites on either side, but the question is, do we want to go to a blacksmith over here? The blacksmith is basically a shop where you get 3 options, and if you manage to roll high enough, you can get one of these 3 options. They tend to be different stats in the form of a gem. So say one will be like 5 crush damage, one will be 20 vampirism, and another will be like 10% crit chance. Say we went for the crit chance one and succeeded, we will get a gem that when we put it on a piece of gear, it'll give us 10% crit chance. As much as I like the sound of that, I think going to the deity is still the most important thing for us to do. By the way, we're going to be going to our first elites. That's what these are. We've got 2 elites along the path. We can bow out of this second elite if we feel like we took a bit too much damage there. But let's go to the chest, see what we can get in here. The Carapace of Retribution Circle gives armor and thorns and affects helmets. It only activates if placed near the left edge of the inventory. What? It's got item stats improve after each combat, plus 20 armor and 5 thorns. Okay, that thing's going to be nuts. Horned combat helmet, 40 armor plus 10 thorns, and if there's plate armor nearby, that plate armor gains plus 6 thorns. And we got reinforced mantle for 200 health, 8 mana, but less crit chance. Let's try and go for the legendary again. You know me, I'm greedy. Come on. Ooh. Yeah, I am going to roll for it as well. We just automatically win. Nice. Okay, we got 2 legendary pieces of gear now. I think we can happily put this on the witch to give her more chaos. Chaos increases the effectiveness of her curses, and I believe the acid damage. You only affect helmets, unfortunately, which we still do not have. We're in desperate need of a helmet, or desperate want of a helmet, should I say. Right, our first elite enemy here, the Lava Smasher. 150 attack power. Has 2 active abilities. Armored Ram attacks the enemy with the highest defensive power, that should be us, and applies armor to self. Armor Pulverize every 2 turns attacks all enemies and applies Fury. So we got to watch out for that one. I think we want to just apply Fury. Let's apply Fury to our witch. And we'll defend ourselves for a little bit more Fury. Yeah, she's caning him. We absolutely annihilated that guy. 25 health and 2% crit chance. If there's plate armor around it, the plate armor gains 8 initiative. That is a helmet, and we do want helmets. We also have Gold of Blood. It is a sword that gives 8 slash damage and 4% crit damage. Each sword around it, or above it, sorry, gives you 2% crit chance. The stats improve after each combat. That's crazy. But we're going for a defensive build. So let's pick up the helmet. And we have the serrated steel that affects swords around it, giving them 5 slash damage and 1% crit chance, and it itself has 8 slash damage and 6 initiative. Or we can get the Dark Absorber, 5 acid damage, 3% dodge, and if there are staffs around it, those staffs get 4 chaos. Yeah, we want to be getting more chaos. Nice. So we got 3 weapons surrounding this Signet of the Conjurer, so it's giving us a lot more chaos and mana. If we pop these up here... Ooh. I'm wondering if we can do something sneaky. Oh, there's no way. Damn. I was hoping maybe we could get both of these pieces of plate armor to get this. What if we spin them around? Actually, I think we can. We can. Sweet. Okay. So we just got a load of initiative from that. What's that? 8 initiative times 4. 40 initiative. Yeah. Not bad at all. Let's give the witch the hood. I'm still going to sacrifice mana here. Oh, hell yeah. Ring of the Berserker. Divine Ring. It affects weapons around it. Get minus 60 armor, plus 30 acid damage, and 16 initiative. You better believe that is going straight on the witch. Although we need to figure out how we're going to do this. If we bring... Oh. This sword might be a little bit difficult for us to take now. How do we do this? I don't know if it's possible. Right, do you know what, folks? I will be back. I'm going to try and fit the sword in and everything around these 2 rings, so yeah. Alright guys, we've got it. Ring of the Berserker here. It's affecting all 3 of our weapons. And Signet of the Conjurer is affecting these 2, the sword and the big staff. And then our legendary staff here is affecting the staff below it. So this thing has crazy ass buffs on it. That was well worth it. Right. Elite number 2. Let's see how we do. This guy has 100 attack power. He attacks a random enemy and applies corruption. Okay. Also has slowing whirlwind. Every 2 turns attacks all enemies and applies slow. That is a little bit spooky. I think I'm just gonna get some mana for the first turn. Then you can get some fury. Ho 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 ho, she's already doing a lot more damage. She should. Oh, the slow really affected her there. What do we got here? If there's armor around this, you gain 120 health and 21 vampirism. Or we can gain 90 armor and 9 fortitude. Ooh. What's more important to us? Armor or vampirism? I think probably vampirism. Oh, hello, hello. We get divine. Mantle of the Cursed Phoenix Feathers gives us 25 health, 4 chaos, and if there's hoods around it, those hoods get plus 12 chaos. It only activates if placed near the left side of the inventory. Or we can get the Staff of the Ruby Heart, gives plus 10 acid damage, 9 vampirism, and if the staff's around it, they gain 21 vampirism. That's a lot of vampirism, but you know me, folks. I see shiny, I take shiny. Even though... Have we got a way to fit this in? That needs to be there. There we go. That hood actually gets the chaos. 78 chaos now. Now we got to figure out how to put this in. I think our best bet is sticking it in here. Then it hits 3 things. Can we do a little bit of moving and shaking with this, though? Oh, man. That actually has to be there. Okay, so I don't think we can. Let's do this way. That means that helmet is affecting everything around it. This necklace is affecting these 3. And then both our divine pieces of armor are affecting the helmet. Okay. We got 1.16k right now. Let's just take a bomb. I don't think we need the healing. We can get heals here after the next fight. I think that's probably what we're going to be doing. We have 2 shield bearers. They will be coming to us. And then a wall dragger that applies armor. Let's tank up. Yeah, that was great. I want to get some mana back as well. And they should be dead here. Nice. Rod of the Mage, plus 5 acid damage, plus 4 chaos. Or we've got Whirlwind of Cleaving, 16 slash damage, and any sword that's around it gets plus 30 slash damage. I think I'd rather take the acid staff. Less slash damage, but 30 acid damage is real nice. And we can just slot it in there. Although, now I think I want to do this. We don't need slash damage. Get out of here, Sickle. Can I maneuver these around any better? I don't think so at the moment. And let's go to a campsite. So at a campsite, you can heal, which basically full heals and also restores all the mana to someone. We'll do it on the witch since she's our main DPS. Going into Act 2 here. Ooh, this is a boss I've not seen before. Okay. We may be into new territory here. So at the end of each act, you pick a modifier for the final boss to have. So in this case, if we pick this side, the boss will restore its health and armor and increase crit power. If we take this one, restores a massive amount of the Sentinel's armor and increases power of its vampirism, increase crit power. I think we do the restorative spores. Both of them increase crit power, but I think thorns and vampirism works less well with our build. Because we want enemies to hit us, but the vampirism counters our thorns. Oh, so close to one-shotting one of these guys. Thorned attack attacks the character with the highest defense and applies thorns. Or acid attack attacks a random character and deals acid damage. Yeah, we want to take out the dude that does acid damage. Okay, that was insane. I mean, they're on 5 health. They're pretty much dead. Good fight. Oh boy. Root of Bones gives acid damage, 15 acid damage, 27 vampirism, and 8 chaos. We also have the Granite Hammer, giving 40 crush and 8 fortitude, and then Carapace of the Wanderer, 25 health, 120 armor, and 4 fortitude. I really want this, but I don't know how we fit it in. I don't think it's possible for us to fit this in. So we're just going to immediately sell it. Okay, we have Beret of Fallen Leaves. Gives us 175 health, minus 8 fortitude, and 6 initiative. Okay, we got Cloak of the Grove of Spirits. 75 health, 8 mana, and if there's hoods nearby, the hoods gain plus 6 mana, or we can go Armor of the Retaliatory Resistance. Do we already have that? What does this give us? 60 health and 24 thorns. Could it be better than the Cuirass of the Molten Forge? I'm not entirely sure. And do we have... If we picked the mantle, we could put it up there. A little bit of extra health and 8 mana. None of these items are really, like, screaming out to me. Must pick. 60 health and 24 thorns. That's just 36 thorns. Yeah. Let's go for the mantle. I don't think we need that piece of armor. We got better armor. I'm not going to use a reroll on it either. I don't think it's worth it. And can we one-shot any of these? No, we can. This Morsel Catcher is dealing 80 damage and has vampiric attack. Attacks the character with the highest defense and applies vampirism to all allies. Poison Tail here has an acid attack that attacks a random character and deals acid damage. We want to take that guy out first if we can. Nice, before he even attacked. This guy having vampirism is a non-issue really, because he got that vampirism after he attacked. So it didn't actually heal him, because we killed him immediately after. Jacket there for 75 health, 4 mana, and 6% dodge. That can be slotted in, so we will. Think we... Oh, yeah, definitely take the mana pot here. Restores 100 mana. We need to be using this bomb. 600 damage. I mean... It's a reasonable amount of damage. Kind of want to go for more passives as well. 15% crit chance or 60 acid damage. Ooh. Honestly, I think the acid damage might be better. Let's roll. Nice, we succeeded. Got 14. 60 acid damage now. That's just baseline, so all of our attacks will be dealing 60 damage through. What was I going to say? 60 damage through armor. We have the Paladin, an indomitable servant of the gods, always ready to protect those in need. He has the basic attack, Indestructible Strike, has a single target, costs no mana, attacks target with the lowest health, and restores armor to self. And we've seen the Bard before. I am actually going to pick up the Bard today, because we need healing. What's the first one? Restores health and applies thorns to the target. Order bonus is doubled. Or deals bonus acid damage to the target based on order. Restores health to a random ally. Order based is doubled. I think spiked healing we take here. So now, as you can see on the left, we have 3 dudes. I'm not entirely sure where I should put myself, because I'm blocking the legend here. We only have a fight coming up. And I think I'm in a spot... Yeah, you can't see the bard. So, let's move myself. We're up here now. Alright, I don't think I'm blocking out anything now. Let me just have a quick sip of coffee. And we got 2 Sting Whirlers who have 100 attack power. Swift attack attacks the character with the highest defense and applies speed. Speed's going to change the initiative of these guys. Who's in the back? We got a Gem Shroom. 50 attack power. They have corrupting attack. Attacks character with the highest attack power and applies corruption to the enemy. Yeah, we want to take them out ASAP. Because I believe our witch has the highest attack at the moment. So they're going to be targeted. Ooh. I mean, they died from our thorns there. We kind of want to put... Just load the bard up with stuff. 50 health and 8 mana. 75 health and 12 initiative. Take the hat. Initiative's really, really good with the bard. And I do kind of want to go this way. I don't think we need a rest. Everyone's looking pretty good. So let's go for a combat. Try and get more items. We have a Nashabug here. Has 140 attack power and swift attack. It attacks the character with the highest defense power. That is us. Applies speed to all allies. I still do not like the corruption though. I think I'm going to hit the back line. They died from thorns, which is wonderful. I don't mind about speed quite as much. We did take a little bit of damage, but nothing we can't recover from. Okay. Chiming Acorns is an instrument that gives 20 mana and 5 order, or Mantle of the Vines gives 16 mana and 8 chaos. Let's load up the order on this guy, because order is what determines how much our bard heals for. Okay, we have a Shroom Shoveler here. 180 attack power, has a crush attack that attacks a random character. Deals crush damage, dealing double damage to enemy armor. We also got a Weaver in the back that's got 160 attack power. Attacks the character with the highest attack power and applies slow to the enemy. And then Poison Tail that deals acid damage to a random character. I think we should take them out. Slow is rough. Slow lowers initiative. But I think we'll be okay. Oh, he dodged. I'm going to let the witch finish off the mushroom. Nicely done. We got a little bit of a heal there as well. And the fight is done. We have Shroud of the Mad Shaman, 28 mana, minus 40 armor, 9% dodge, and minus 10 order. Or Shroud of the Resilient Moss to give 75 health and 4 mana. I think we take this. I think I can do better maneuvering all these around. So if you give me a minute, I will be back. We're back. I think this is better. So here we go. We've got this mantle here that's giving us 12 chaos for these 2 hoods. And then we have Ring of the Berserker giving us acid damage and initiative on these 3 staffs. And Signet of the Conjurer giving order and chaos to these 2 staffs. And then this staff here is giving +4 chaos to these 2 staff. So we have 94 chaos. 210 acid damage. Yeah. We're doing pretty well. We keep going for the divine rings. Amulets. Order and chaos, but less initiative if there's armor around. I think that is a healer's equipment. Because you want lower initiative on healers. So enemies have actually taken damage. Sorry, allies have actually taken damage by the time you get to them. We can do a bit of moving here. Oh, I thought we might be able to fit that one in. Now, is it possible if we move everything over? It is. Okay, we can even get the sickle blade. 172 order on this guy. Holy crap. Order affects the amount of healing he does. Ooh, okay. Thornblade deals bonus slash damage to target based on thorns. We are scaling thorns. We got 266 thorns. That would make us a little bit strong. Or Assault Strike has a single target and costs 17 mana, deals damage to the target and applies speed and fury to all allies. That is a really strong buff to have. But I think we take the Thornblade. We're scaling thorns, so that makes the most sense to me. I don't think we really need to restore anyone's health or mana. So let's just go get a potion. Sure, we'll get a health potion. I really need to be using the bombs and the potions. We'll use them in this next elite fight, I think. Oh my god, they're that fast. Right. We have Crystal Mycelium. That is applying focus to all allies. Focus is crit hit power, so that's crit damage. We do want to take that out, but this guy's dealing acid damage, and this guy's applying speed. We're much closer, yeah, to taking that one guy out. I think we hit the backliner here. We can tank a couple of hits just fine. Nice. Okay, Trumpet of the Wood Beetles, 45 Vampirism, 6 Initiative and 10 Order. I do like that for the Bard, but I want to get more armor, I think, for him. Then we got Mantle of the Swamp Energies, 175 health, 40 mana, minus 40 slash damage, 12 initiative and 10 order. Oh, minus 10 order. Let's pick up this. And we'll slot it in, giving us even more order. And Vampirism's great on the Bard. Because you don't want him to be healing himself, you want him to be healing other people. Let's take some weakening powder. Lowers damage by 40 and reduces fortitude by 200. Okay. I don't know if we just pop our bomb straight away on this guy. I think we wait. Let's tank up. Yeah, we wait for the corruption to get a little bit higher on him, just to maximize our damage potential. Corruption here reduces fortitude by 188. That literally means we deal more damage per hit. This guy, is he doing acid attacks? He's just applying thorns to himself. And then every 2 turns attacks a random enemy, deals bonus damage based on the current thorns value. We'll take him out with a bomb. We get Jacket of the Owl Wisdom, 28 mana, 6% dodge, and if there's hats around it, you gain +6 mana. That's really good for the Bard. What we got here? Sprout of the Golden Reed, 15 acid damage, 9 vampirism, and if there's staffs below it, they gain 18 acid damage and 14 vampirism. That seems perfect for our build. Shearing Leaf is slash damage and affects swords, so I'm less inclined to take that one. We got Amulet of the Balanced Leaf Fall, giving armor around it, 80 health, 18 order, and 12 chaos, but -12 fortitude. That is pretty interesting. What if we take this out? We'll swap you around. Can we get a better angle on this? Because I kind of want this to be hitting both of the staffs. But I'm not entirely sure that's going to be possible. Yeah, I don't think it is. We can give her more chaos. +80 health. It's affecting 2 pieces of gear here. We want that to hit both of these. Is there any way for us to hit everything here? I'm not certain there is a way. We need more space or different different sized hoods. Should we put them back the way they were? Nah, I think it fits better like this. Yeah. Okay, that seems good to me. We have training coming up. What are we looking out for? I mean, extra... What the hell? That's 20% crit chance. That's absolutely mental. We're not really a crit build, but it's really hard to say no to 20% crit chance. So, yeah, we're going for it. Give me that extra roll. Come on. That gets us there. We now have 57% crit chance. Okay. Our crits are wild. We're definitely going for this elite. Oh, I should have changed. Damn. I should have put our consumables in. This guy is a Spore Giant, has 150 attack power, Vampiric Strike, attacks the enemy with the highest defense, that's us, and applies Vampirism to self. Every 2 turns, attacks all enemies and applies Thorns to self. Let's just tank up. The Thorns is a bit of a pain. But I think we'll be fine. We're critting a lot. He's not getting through our armor. She's just absolutely murking him. Yeah, easy, easy fight. Signet of the Reckless Hunt here. A legendary ring that affects weapons around it. Give minus 20 health, 15 armor, 6% dodge, 12% crit damage, and 10 chaos. I don't think we take that. Head cover of the Forest Charlatan gives 6% dodge, 6% crit chance, 60 initiative. And if there's jackets nearby, gains 4% dodge and 20 initiative. We do have a jacket. I don't know if we want initiative on this guy, though. That's the thing. I think I'm going to pick it up just to sell it. The dodge is really nice. I can't deny that. Alright. Do you know what? Let's pick up these first, and then I'll do some sorting of the inventory. Bestial Steel. This affects swords, and we're not really doing a sword build for the warrior anyway. So I'm not tempted by that. What is this? Echo of the Last Songbird. Divine Instrument. Gives 36 initiative, 50 order, and if there's instruments around it, they gain 36 order. Item, sorry, not just around it. It is above or to the right of it at the moment, because this specifically... Oh, this item gets deleted after 5 battles. That is rough. But yeah, this item automatically rotates after each battle. Oakley dokley. Can we do some shenanigans here? We can. 304 order now. Yeah. That is pretty spicy. And I think we have enough consumables. So let's fully heal our main guy, our warrior. So another 2 choices. A large dense abdomen that greatly increases Sentinel's health and armor. Or a spiked abdomen that increases Sentinel's armor and thorns. I think we just want to increase the Sentinel's health and armor. We can cut through that armor. Whereas thorns we have a harder time dealing with because we don't have a huge amount of healing. We got a little bit of healing, just not the most. Okay. These guys are Scarab Knights. 60 attack power. They have a corrupting attack. Attacks the character with the highest attack and applies corruption. Then we got the Crab Chest Dweller. 60 attack power. Thorned attack. Attacks the character with the highest defensive power and applies thorns to self. I think we got to go for this guy. Oh, we were close to killing him there. He's gonna get an attack off. Interesting that he hit us. I didn't think we had the highest attack. I really want more helmets, but the game's just not giving it to us. Okay, this drum is crazy. Minus 12% crit damage, 72 initiative, and 45 order. But can we actually fit it in? I don't think we care about the others. I'm going to pick it up. 36 order. Vampirism. Okay. We might need to do a little bit of maneuvering around. Yeah, 3 spaces just isn't enough. Maybe we get rid of our carapace and move these up. Can we fit this in? No. Oof. I mean, we can if we... Oh, no. In fact, we can't. Do you know what? I think that's fine. We got rid of the armor. We can't fit that in. Can we fit this in again? Do you know what? I'm gonna sell this. There's no way we can fit the hat in. I think we're just leaving it like that. Right, let's get some passive upgrades. Slash damage. What the hell? 7... What's going on? We're getting ridiculous amount of crit chance. Yeah, I'm going for it. If we can crit all the time... Ooh. We literally have to hit the win side to get that. I don't think we can. Let's just continue. I do want to go for more of these rings. We're not really using gems. Yeah. The divine jewelry is too good. Let's take this guy out first. Our bard needs healing. We have corruption. I think we should just be able to take that guy out, yeah? Nice and easy fight. Item lost durability. That's got to be this. Yeah. 3 more battles before that disappears. What do we got here? Ring of the June Wisdom. If there's weapons nearby, we gain 12 mana and 18 order. I'm not sure how much I care about that, to be honest. Tambourine of the Dunes gives us 27 vampirism, 18 initiative, and 15 order. Or Amulet of the Desert Walls gives us Fortitude and Thorns based on armor around it. Where are the helmets, man? I think we pick up this instrument. Oh, no. There's got to be a better way to do this. Right, I'll be back again, folks. Alright, we are back. And unfortunately, because this rotated, it's not actually affecting the trumpet, but just having it in's good. We've got the echo of the last songbird is affecting both of our drums. Did we? No, we've still got a health pot. Right, we got 2 Scarab Knights that apply corruption. I think we just go for the backliner first. I don't really mind about corruption too much. They're only adding 20 corruption. And if we can kill a guy, we definitely should. And the bard takes him out. We get a helmet, 75 health and 60 armor. Helmet of the Nomad. Cloak of the Unlucky Wanderer gives us 20 mana, 18 initiative, and 16 chaos. And we have Flute of the Carnival Trial. Okay, this is affecting all of our instruments now, which is fantastic. Giving the bard 366 order. That's kind of crazy. I think we want to pick up this extra helmet, though. That feels important. If I... Oh. No. Let's move you down. Yeah, but then you're not getting that. That is mighty awkward. If we move you up... You only affect stuff touching you. Hey, we got it. We've got the right positioning. Okay. We do have a lot of open spaces. But I feel like this is our best bet. Yeah. Let's keep going. Sacrifice some more mana. Always. And we get the Signet of Unbreakable Tomb. If there's weapons around it, those weapons gain 240 health, 14 mana, minus 6%, not percent, sorry, minus 6 acid damage, 18 fortitude, and 21 order. Instruments are not weapons. We don't want to get rid of acid damage. But that is really strong. When this gets destroyed, which is 2 battles, maybe we go into some weapon build with the Bard. Because the main stat we want from him is order. More crush damage? Nah. Slash damage? I think we take the acid damage. Getting through enemies' armor is going to be really important. Sure, we'll even roll for it. Oh, and we failed. That's unfortunate. Let's go to the next fight. And we get a new enemy, the Jarite. Vampiric attack attacks the character with the highest defense and applies vampirism to all allies. Then we got the Biloctopus. Has 80 attack power and binding attack. Attacks the character with the highest power and applies slow to that enemy. And this is the Thorn dude. Can we even come close to killing? Not really. And there we go. The witch finishes it off. I think we just save our resources this fight. Okay, yeah, you're doing crazy good damage. I may even restore some mana. I feel like that's going to be a good option for us. And you have Mantle of Sunset Sorcery. 24 mana, minus 12 fortitude, plus 18 initiative, minus 25 order, and plus 32 chaos. Unfortunately, it's not a HUD. We just want upgrades of these, essentially. Like, 32 chaos is huge. I think it might be better than that HUD, actually. It's still getting chaos, order, and health bonuses from the amulet. Yeah. I feel like that was the right call there. And we can recover the witch's mana. I feel like that's the best bet. All of our guys are pretty much at full health, so we're not doing this for the heal. Have we skipped elites? Oh my god, we got 3 elites on this floor. Okay. That's going to be scary. Elites in this zone are rough. We're going to need more initiative for these guys. Attacks a random character and deals crush damage. I think we just go straight for him. Ooh, okay. AI did not... or our companions did not feel like that was the correct play. They should die here. Yeah, nice. Alright, we no longer have the legendary item. think so. Let's see what these are first. Let's get rid of this to make space. Bells of the Oasis Chime, negative 75 health and 40 armor, but it gives 81 vampirism and 25 order. Don't think I want to get rid of 75 health from a dude. We already have Drum of the Desert March. That's this for way more initiative and order. And then this is the Mantle of Fading Mirage for a lot of health, 275 health and 24 chaos. Do we just take the drum? I really don't like the health loss. None of these are weapons, which is a little bit unfortunate. Let's take the drum. I'll tell you what we can do, though. We can do this. Yeah? There's no... That is a jacket. Alright. I'll be back once again, folks. Do some maneuvering. We are back, folks, and I've managed to make it so this hat affects this jacket here. So it is giving 4% dodge and 20 initiative to this jacket, which is alright. We got 3 items on the stone amulet, giving us more mana, order, and chaos as well. Do we have... I guess we can stick that down there. Yeah, I don't think that's going to fit anywhere. Let's carry on. Another consumable. Bloody hell. I mean, I think we just take the bomb. 2,000 damage is a big hit. The bloody bard's going first. You need to die, so we'll immediately take you out. We can't let the witch die. There we go. The witch is healed at least. But yeah, basically if the witch dies, most of our DPS is destroyed. She's doing so much friggin' damage. Beret of the Wanderer is a hat. Helmets are the only thing that trigger these, so we need a helmet that'll go there. Hats, 3% dodge, 30 initiative. We got a hood here, 12 mana and 9% dodge. Will that fit anywhere? I mean, I want to say potentially. I really do. I'll pick that up. Feels like we're so close. Yeah. I still think the extra chaos from this is probably better than the dodge and mana. Yeah, we don't switch anything around there. Oh, okay. We get our next choice of abilities, Assault Strike. Single target, 17 mana, deals damage to the target, applies speed and fury to allies. Then we got Focus Strike. Single target, costs 7 mana, deals damage to the target and applies speed and focus to self. I think we want to buff our allies. Let's get Assault Strike. And I don't want to miss out on the elites. We got 3 elites. Let's go for passives. I know I've not gone to the blacksmith at all. But, ooh, 25% crit damage. Yeah, I think we take that because we've got such high crit rate. Come on. Yeah, I'm rolling for it. No, we still failed. We rolled a 9 with modifiers. Right, this guy's rough. Desecrated Ifrit has 180 attack power. Sphere of Convergence attacks the enemy with the highest attack power and applies focus and armor to self. And then Wave of Corruption. Every 2 turns attacks all enemies and applies corruption. This guy can deal a lot of damage. We need to be scaling. Our guys don't have much health. Let's make sure they're getting damage. We're getting through there. He's on about half health. And nice, we just take him out. Ooh, a legendary hood. 12 mana, 8 chaos. If there's a mantle nearby, that mantle will get 10 mana and 16 chaos. Or we can do Drummer the Last Nomad March. That triggers off adjacent instruments. 12 initiative, 35 order, and then adjacent instruments will get 16 initiative and 33 order. There's not really a spot for it, though. That's the only thing. Whereas, I think we can... Can we actually put the hood anywhere? If we move this... I'm going to take the hood anyway. Oh, no. Man, the hood does make things a little bit awkward. Oh, shit. That's a legendary hood. 200 health, 25 vampirism, and 12 chaos if there's mantles nearby. They gain 70 vampirism and 20 chaos. Or we got Reaper of the Dunes, a sword. 80 slash damage, 6% crit chance, 8% crit damage. And if there's swords nearby, the swords gain 60 slash damage. Man. This is pretty brutal. I think we're getting rid of these now. And I want to get the Whisper of the 13 Dunes. Right. I'm going to do a bit of moving and a shaking again, trying to sort positioning out. So I will be back. We're back and I have moved myself a little bit again. I think I'm going to be moving myself around a lot with this game. There's just no real good place to put my camera. But we have 2 things on this Mantle of the Cursed Phoenix Feathers. Do you know what I've just realised as well? We should have been going to Blacksmith, because this gets double bonuses from Blacksmith gems. And this gets plus 8 chaos per combat. We have 2 pieces of armor to give us health, order, and chaos. Yeah, we've got 146 chaos now, which is great. Do we have 1 blacksmith left in the entire run. Let's go here. No mana pots. That's kind of rough. $2,000 damage as well. I think we want to keep going fights. Oh, that's a new enemy. Horn Hooves. 220 attack power. Has armored attack. Attacks character with the highest defensive power. And then grants armor to all allies. I think that guy needs to die first. Yeah. We do some thorns hitting. Vampirism. No. Take you out. These guys are giving Vampirism, which is a bit strange for pots to do. We go for the weakest dude here. Thorns takes him out. I don't mind getting hit. Damn, that's a big-ass sword. We're not really a sword build. We got another helmet, though. Yeah. Let's pick the helmet up. 120 armor. Gives us more vampirism and thorns. And health. Pretty damn good. We are going for the elite. This guy. Hang on. The Sand Executioner has 230 attack power. Furious Lunge attacks the enemy with the highest defense and applies fury to self. And then Defensive Swipe, every 3 turns, attacks the enemy with the highest attack power and applies armor and speed to self. Let's buff. If this guy's applying speed, then we should apply speed as well. We'll use a mana pot here. And Thorn's Blade. We do want to be wary of our mana, because we want to save some, as this is, I think it's the last floor before the last boss. Signet of Desert Treachery. If there's weapons around it, gain minus 20 health, 42 thorns, minus 8 initiative, and 28 chaos. Nah, I don't think I want that. Armor giving mana and chaos. Health ordering chaos. We go there. We have Beret of the Swift Stream. If the jacket's nearby, you gain more initiative. I don't think I'm interested in that. Then we got Amulet of the Scarab Fury. If there's armor nearby, gain slash damage, crush damage, 8% crit, and lesser order and chaos. Or we can take Armor of the Thorn Barrier. 80 armor, 24 fortitude, 10 order, 75 armor, and 6 thorns to any helmets that are nearby. That can't fit in here, can it? Damn, that would be nice. Yeah. What's worth the most? This is. Let's pick that up. Okay. Maybe I should not have used the mana potion in that last fight. Oof. Do we go for an item? I think we just go for raw stats. We will go to a blacksmith. Oh, it's this guy again. Let's buff our dudes. No crit. Damn. This guy's going to start slapping. He's got 50 fury. Means he's doing 50 extra damage with each attack, but the corruption on him was too much. We get Cloak of the Cursed Will. There's hoods around it. We gain 16 mana. And just by itself, it gives 20 mana and 20 chaos. I mean, could that fit in? It could. Perfectly. But this is giving a lot of chaos. That just gives mana. I think I prefer chaos. Chaos is what's increasing the witch's damage. Don't really care for any of these. Swords for slash damage is meh. Armor giving health, dodge, and order. I mean... yeah. We can pick that up. What is this? Vest of the Last Caravan is a jacket. 350 health, 44 mana, and if there's a hat nearby, you gain 72 order. Can we actually put it in anywhere, though? It makes it a little bit tough. There's no space for 3 slotters unless we reduce the area or the number of items triggered or triggering our stone amulet. So we need hats. We only have 1 hat. Yeah, I don't think we take it. Signet of the Wise Wanderer gives initiative, order, and mana if there's weapons nearby. And then plate armor. Armor of the Golden Caravan, 75 health, 40 armor, and 10 order. And if there's helmets nearby, we gain 100 health. That's affecting those. That's affecting those. If we move this... let's get rid of that. You're no longer affecting that, but you are affecting it. All 3 of them, if you sit in that corner, is 100 extra health worth it? Probably. Alright. We be tanky. 1.4k health at the moment. 25% crit chance. Dude, you know how greedy I am. I've got to go for it. Come on. Nice, and we got it. 82% crit chance now. Holy crap. If we'd have gotten that 25% crit chance before, we'd be at 100% crit chance. Unfortunately, the rolls were shit. Oh no. Affects weapons. The only one with decent weapons is the witch here, and she's already got really good rings. I said we were going to go to the forge. Plus 300 armor. That's kind of crazy. Do we have rerolls here? Hey, we succeeded anyway, so it doesn't matter. Right. This doubles bonuses from blacksmith gems. So that's giving her 600 armor. That's going to really help keep her alive in the fight. Because we're about to go against the final boss, which means... do we want health potions or 2,000 damage? I think we actually want weak hand powder to lower the damage. And the dungeon potion is our worst. So let's upgrade to the best potion we've got. Yeah. So, this is the final upgrade for the boss. Razor Sharp Claws that deal slash damage to the target with the highest defense or to the entire party. Or Acid Glands that deal acid damage to the target with the highest defense or to the entire party. Let's go for slash, because we've got armor on our guys. So, armor deals less damage. I've never seen this boss before. 31,000 max health and 8,300 shield. Let's see what it does. Queen of the Mad Swarm does 200 attack power, has healing malt, every 3 turns restores its armor and health, and applies focus to self. The amount of health restored is equal to double its initiative. Okay, so I don't think we've got a way to slow enemies, do we? Claw Lunge attacks the enemy with the highest defense power, deals double slash damage to the target, and then Claw Swipe attacks all enemies and deals slash damage. Let's speed our guys up. Nice. Big dodge. Quite a scary hit, though. I think we got to restore some mana so we can keep going. Give him more speed and fury. Ooh, some big old hits on us there. Let's put weakness on you. We've almost got through its defense. Nice, the crits are coming in. Oh, it's on two-thirds of its max HP. Getting 2,000 shield each time is a little bit rough. We got so much corruption on it now, though. Ooh, that healing really came in handy. 4.5k crit. We're just going all in. Come on. I think it's a race right now, and we might have it. Yes. Basic attack for the kill. Get an achievement for defeating that boss for the first time. Nice. Alright, folks. Well, we dealt 140k damage there. 50 common monsters defeated. 7 elite monsters defeated. 16,000 damage taken. 62 room clears. Yeah, nice. That is going to be it for today's video, folks, but thank you all so much for tuning in, and if you liked what you see, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, you know, all the usual jazz, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. Ta-ta for now.